What's up, everybody? It's Pastor Joe. You already know. I got my man Josiah here.
What it do, guys?
And this is the first ever Pig with Pastor Joe. Sweet. So, hey, first question, Josiah. What's your testimony?
Grew up in the church with a lot of Christian influences around me, pouring into me. And as I kind of went on with life, I had started to fall away from the Lord. I just let the Lord I gave the Lord one last chance to kind of reveal himself to me and move in my life. And I took a big step and went on a retreat while I was in a really bad place in life. And the Lord just completely transformed me. I'm in love with the Lord now. The Lord is continuing to transform me. I went from chasing the world, chasing everything I could, to now chasing the one and only King. And that's kind of my testimony.
It's the shoes, I'm telling you. It's the shoes.
That's me for Pastor Joe.
Growing up with, you had 9 siblings? You were one of 10 kids? Bro, that's enough for 2 basketball teams. That is wild.
I didn't think of it like that.
What was it like growing up with 9 siblings?
A lot of good Christian, biblical encouragement. So very blessed by the Lord in that aspect. A lot of craziness, a lot going on all the time.
Your mom and dad probably learned to cook for like a whole army. So. So, another big question.
Okay, let's do it.
What's the best fast food restaurant there is?
Best fast food restaurant for sure is either Cane's or Chick-fil-A.
Oh, but
Chick-fil-A sauce, Cane's chicken. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Now is where we make Josiah actually play real basketball.
Break.
Oh! Buckets.
Cut that part out.
What's one positive from growing up in your life, like being in the church the whole time?
Yeah.
And what's maybe one challenge to growing up in the church your whole life?
Okay, well, I'd say one big positive thing is the idea of growing up around people that influenced me, where Bible stories were normal. I knew the Bible stories. I still know the Bible stories, and I have a good understanding of who God is. I'd say one of the biggest challenges for me growing up in the church is me putting people in the place of God, and the leaders and the people influencing me in the church, yet they were a good thing. I still, almost for the most part, put them into the pedestal that God should be on, and kind of thought that they were supposed to live up to that standard and let their character be God's character, instead of letting God's character be God's character. And it really deterred me because I thought that the people in the church were God and who God was. But as I grow deeper in my faith, I know that God is God and that God is not dictated by the people in the church. So I'd say that that's probably one of the biggest challenges, was letting the people in the church dictate how I thought about God.
Yeah, I think it's that balance, like between, we want every pastor, every leader, every Christ follower, not just leaders, to emulate Jesus. But we also want to always remember that the church is broken people leading broken people to a perfect God. So, hey, that's enough for the questions right now. Let's go shoot some baskets. So I got PI, but he also shoots layups for half of the shot. So let's see if he'll shoot a real man's shot. Let's go! My daughter's 14 months old, and lately we've been teaching her how to count. You ready? 1, 2, 3. You gotta put that in there. That was so short, Josiah. That was the shortest thing I've ever seen. What do you feel like has been the biggest thing you've gotten out of Grace Youth Ministries?
The doors that have been opened up to be able to serve. Just to be able to get involved in middle school ministries and helping lead in those areas, it's kind of opened up what God has called for me onto my life and helps me understand better of what he wants me to do. Grace Youth has helped shape who I am as a follower of Christ and as a man of Christ. So that would be one of the biggest influences that Grace Youth has had on me, is shaping who I am and giving me opportunities to serve so that I can find the passion that the Lord has put on my heart. King Jesus be the King. I'm a servant of the King. Here we go. Did we actually go in?
Yeah.
No.
One last question for you today. What would you say to the person who might be on the fringes or struggling with their faith, or they've been contemplating checking out a youth ministry, a church, our youth ministry, or maybe they haven't come in a while? What would you say to that person?
Go all in. Full said, what can you lose? What is there to lose? Go in, just get involved. If you get involved, God will work in you, and I know that he will. I was skeptical about it. One day I was just like, you know what, screw it, we'll go to the retreat, and I'm a completely changed person. God completely transformed my life by my willingness to just jump in and get involved. So I would say, come to Grace Youth if you haven't already. It is an experience. You get to mess with PJ here.
Oh, PJ. Nothing's worse than that.
Yeah. So jump in. Don't be afraid. It might be scary at first, but it'll pay off. I promise.
Hey, thanks for catching the first episode of Pig with Pastor Joe. Thanks, Josiah, for popping in.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you next time.